Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Swing Fitness Podcast, the podcast dedicated to helping you improve your golf game through golf fitness. Today, we're going to be talking about the three tournaments that were going on today, or yesterday, actually, which were the Zurich Championship, the LPGA Chevron Championship, which is the first major of the year for the LPGA Tour. And we're going to talk a little bit about the LIV Golf Tournament. We've got that as well as our main fitness topic for today, balance training for golf. Balance training is, again, one of the fundamental pillars for a good golf swing and for playing good golf. So we're going to take a look at some of the things you can do to improve your balance and incorporate a balance training into your workout. So next, what we're going to talk about is the Zurich Classic out in New Orleans for the PGA Tour. We had a great tournament as a different kind of format. It was a team format with the teams playing in pairs. We had the winners, which were Nick Hardy and Davis Riley, who had quite an impressive tournament. Coming down, there was a lot of challengers down the stretch. We had another great tournament by Patrick Cantlay. We had two Canadians that were also playing. It was Nick Taylor and Adam Hadwin. They put on another great performance. They did well. It was the defending champions, Schauffele and Cantlay, who also put on a charge towards the end. But it was Nick Hardy and Davis Riley who pulled it out with 65. It was a pretty good tournament. Some great play by Nick Hardy and Davis Riley at the end there. They didn't start the day in first place. They came back from, I think it was 2 to 3 shots back, but pulled it out in the end with a great victory. Nick Taylor and Adam Hadwin, who pulled off a great Sunday charge with 7 birdies in the middle of the round. They just couldn't pull it off, parring out the rest of the day, finishing a few shots back, unfortunately. But hell, they did a great job. And all in all, it was a good week. I mostly caught some of the final round and caught up in the highlights, but it looked like a great tournament. There was just a lot of golf this weekend. I also caught quite a bit of the LPGA first major of the year, which is the Chevron Championship out in Texas. It was a great tournament. A lot of my favorite female players were in the mix throughout the week. Everybody was playing pretty well. It was up and down. It looked like a really tough course and I know it was the first time that these ladies were playing this course, I believe, at least in a tournament format. And so it was a fair playing field. Nobody really had any course knowledge advantage. But in the end, it was Lilia Vu who ended up taking the tournament win and winning her first major. Exciting playoff between Angel Yin and Lilia Vu. Unfortunately, Angel Yin, I was pulling for her to win her first tournament. I believe also it would be if it was first tournament, it would also be her first major. And she did great. I know she was trying to channel this win, send it out into the universe that she's going to get this win with positive thinking and manifest this win. She was there the whole week. She played great on the Sunday. Just unfortunately in the playoff, she kind of pulled one and landed out in the water. I know it was heartbreaking for her. And Lilia Vu ended up pulling it off. It was close. It was a clutch putt that Lilia Vu made at the end. I mean, she could have easily have missed that putt and sent it into another playoff round, but she pulled it out, and it was a great job, great win for her. We had Nelly Korda, again, another one of my favorite players. It's really great to see her coming back after some challenges over early last year. And but she finished solo third, reclaiming her number one player in the world status. And I mean, what can I say? She's got a great future ahead of her. She's got one of my favorite swings on tour, as most people say. You know, if you ever seen her swinging golf club. And if you haven't seen her swinging golf club, I highly recommend you go watch some video of Nelly Corda hit a golf ball, because it's something to watch. It's great to watch her. Proud to see her play well. She had some tough putting in this final round. She still managed to make an eagle on 18 to close out that solo third. So, my hat's off to Nelly Corda. There's a lot of great play. I would say Lim Kim, she did a great job as well. I was pulling for Megan Kang, had a great Saturday, and I was pulling for her. But it was a great week for the LPGA Tour. If you're interested in watching that, I highly recommend it. The LIV Golf Tournament is the first LIV Golf Tournament I caught this year. I only caught parts of this LIV Golf Tournament. As I say, it was a busy golf weekend as well. And it looked like a lot was going on there. And we had Taylor Gooch pull out the win for the Range Goats. And it was a great week for him. Taylor Gooch's first win on the LIV Golf Tour. But it was a great week. I saw a lot of great shots. Cameron Smith had some great shots out of the bunker. It was just pretty exciting tournament from the looks of it. Had a bit of a Phoenix Open kind of feel to it. I saw some of the beers and the drinks flying out after Pat Perez hit a great shot there, and I think it was a long putt that he drained for a birdie that where the beer came out. It seemed to be a pretty good tournament. So the Aces ended up they didn't win the tournament, but they didn't win the solo tournament. That goes to Taylor Gooch of the Range Goats. But the Aces are in the lead for the team standings with a 2 points lead, I believe. That team is Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Kevin Uline, and Pat Perez. I don't believe I said. Yeah, pretty strong team there, as you know. And so that's about it that I think that I'm going to talk about for the week. There's a couple of other things that went on social media. There was a Champions Tour thing. I saw a little bit of Annika Sorenstam out there. She looked like she was having a fun time out on in her tournament there. All in all, it was a good week for golf. A lot going on. And but let's get to the main focus of today's episode. The first thing we're going to talk about today is in our fitness portion of this podcast is balance training for golf. We're going to start off by talking about why is good as usual. And so, when you're in a club, that rotation and that momentum could take you off. You're trying to maintain a stable base throughout the golf swing. So working on your balance is critical for maintaining posture and consistency. And also it helps with your power. And because if you're able to maintain the correct positions through the golf swing, you're able to then rip it harder and pull harder and swing faster through your golf swing without worrying about losing your position or coming out of your golf swing, as they say. Something else that you do get out of working on your balance training that you may not think about is once you start working on your balance, you tend to get better proprioception or just better body awareness. So your awareness of your body and your limbs throughout your golf swing becomes heightened when you start working on balance. So that understanding of where your ball, where your arm is, where the club is, where your hands are, where your head is throughout the golf swing just gets increased. And that allows you to just swing harder, swing faster, and repeat the golf swing over and over, doing the correct things that you need to do. So again, you're not just learning how to stand on one leg. It's going to help you in all aspects of building that stable foundation for your golf swing, but also just give you a greater sense of body awareness. There's been several studies done that suggest that, an 8-week training program has shown that you're going to get significant improvement in all facets of the golf swing and all facets of your golf game by working on balance training. So it's crucially important, something to train, something that you probably overlook in your training. It's just great training for you in general to have a greater balance in all things you do. So balance training is actually very important. Some exercises that we might want to do would be a simple single leg balance, where you stand on one leg, hold it for 30 seconds. This is going to help strengthen your stabilizing muscles, particularly the lower body. Something else you might want to try is the stability ball bridge, where you just lie on your back with your feet on the stability ball and your arms at your sides, and lift your hips, forming a straight line from your shoulders to your knees, and hold this for a few seconds. It's a great exercise. It helps strengthen your core, your glutes, the crucial muscles for maintaining balance. And it's just a great exercise for your golf swing. Again, this is something I talked about last week with the medicine ball rotational throws. It's just a great core and strength conditioning exercise where you just grab a medicine ball, rotate, and throw it into a wall. There's different versions of this. You can throw it into the ground, which I would call a slam, but there's different versions you can do. But medicine ball rotation throws, as I've discussed a little bit last week, great exercise for balance training. So maintaining balance as you're doing rotational and delivering power and thrust through the body while you're doing the throw, and maintaining posture and balance while you do that is just a great all-around balance strength functional golf exercise and that you can do. Speaking of that single leg, if you wanted to make that a more functional golf specific exercise, you can, instead of just standing on one leg and working on balance, you can stand on one leg, maybe get a Bosu ball, or just put your leg back and stand on the balance just with the back leg and your foot on its toes while you maintain balance with the other leg. And then just cross your arms into over your chest and practice doing the golf swing. Practice doing your turns with your golf swing while on one leg. This is a great balance exercise that you can do. You do it on both legs. You can practice just going back and through the golf swing. It's just a great functional exercise that you can do while incorporating some balance mechanisms. So basically, that's all I want to talk to you in terms of balance training. Next week, or maybe during the week, I might get into more talk about, as I'm going to be getting into more of a cut and working on getting lean over the next 6 weeks or so. I might post some meal prep stuff, talk about, might have a discussion of my journey when I went from being close to 300 pounds, over 300 pounds at one time, to really getting lean and getting down to around 185 pounds at my leanest. And so I might get into talking about that, and I might just take a break from the golf specific training and talk a little bit about weight loss and things you can do to improve your weight loss, as well as I'll incorporate some ideas for golf and maybe some nutrition and other things you can understand to help fuel your body for a round of golf, and just some ideas of, how to better fuel your training and your golf while you're out on the golf course. So that's it for today. I hope that you're getting some value out of this podcast so far. I will try to keep getting better at what I'm providing you. Hopefully I can get out there on course soon and start bringing you even more engaging and entertaining golf content. But if you like what you see, like and subscribe, follow, hit me up in the comments, tell me things that you'd like to see, tell me anything that you after watching this video, you think you would like to see me improve in the delivery of this podcast and the content of this podcast. And yeah, we'll try to, as always, let's try to build something great. So everybody out there, peace out. Have a good one.